Hey guys, it's summer already. Ninth is finally over. What's up with you?
Not much. I'm just happy academics are over. I can stay away from those textbooks for once.
Exactly. Now we can chill and enjoy our time. But guys, our school had this career fair recently, and everyone was talking about, I want to have a job in this company, I want to have a job in that company. But that nothing seems right to me. I want to have my own business. Being your own boss is so cool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, totally. In fact, I've been learning how to code for the past couple of months, and now I want to create something with that code. I want to create something that I can share with people and that can help them. Neil, what's your scene?
You know how brands create a personality and connect with people? I want to create my own brand one day.
And it were conversations like these that planted the seed of entrepreneurship at the back of our minds. These interests and passions, they led us to begin exploring more about what it means to be a true entrepreneur.
A very good evening to everybody present on this call. My name is Ayush Gharat.
I am Neelmani Bagaria.
And I am Siddharth Chandak. The three of us came together in the summer of 2019 and we decided that we would attend a young entrepreneurs program. And throughout this journey, we absorbed a ton of knowledge, whether it was coming up with ideas and refining them, collaborating as a team, making business pitches, and so much more. We had the opportunity to speak to and learn from prominent entrepreneurs and industry leaders that have significantly influenced the startup landscape in India. Right from Vaiti Swaransar, the father of e-commerce in India, to right to those experts pioneering design solutions with 3D printing in the country. And back then, all we needed was an opportunity to implement everything that we were learning.
And fortunately for us, our spark was generated when my grandparents from Mumbai came over to spend the weekend with me. As my granddad was emptying his suitcase after the long, tiring journey, a massive set of files fell from his bag and sheets of paper littered the entire floor. So I bent over to pick them up and realized that these were medical records. Some were doctors' reports, others were prescriptions and bills. All were physical paper and all were a huge mess. My grandfather has been a heart patient for more than 30 years of his life. As a result of this, he has no choice but to bear the weight of his medical records every time he travels. It was evident from this incident how painful organizing and handling paper based records is. Keeping track of medical records is far from being an easy task. Empathizing with him, I realized that there is a genuine problem at hand.
Now, let's hear it from our audience. How do you guys store your medical records? To answer this question, you can find a link in the chat box or scan the QR code visible on the screen. Siddharth, how are the responses looking?
Oh, I can see them. Most of the people are storing their medical records on physical file. Let's wait to get some more on.
As you can see, these are the results. Isn't it fascinating how many people store medical records physically? Gathering data through surveys like these, we were learning more about the problem. While analyzing this information, we were brainstorming about how we could create a unique solution that could help millions of people like Ayush's grandfather and all of you manage your medical records more efficiently. And it was at this point that we conceived Medrive.
For me personally, the number of aunts, uncles, grandparents that I know who've been suffering from diabetes and high blood pressure has significantly increased in the recent years. And I'm pretty sure the situation is the same for you. Because even the statistics point towards a 60% increase in chronic diseases in our country over the past 40 years. Isn't that astonishing?
More diseases, more patients, more doctor visits, and hence more medical records. It's true. There are just too many medical records. Don't we all have that one cupboard in a house which is filled with files stacked one on top of another in an organized manner? And then it takes us a solid half an hour rambling through all those files to get hold of that test you took 5 months ago. Imagine this happening during an emergency or when you're simply late for a doctor's appointment. Having access to the right medical record could make all the difference.
Wait, need hold up. Did you take your medicines today?
Oh god, how could I forget? It's been only 2 days. My throat seems better, and there, I've forgotten to take my medicine again. And I'm pretty sure tomorrow it's going to get worse. Doesn't this seem all too familiar? You just get to take your medicines. It happens with all of us.
And that is what we're here to change. Meet Medrive, a digital medical assistant that lets you scan and store your medical records online, making them accessible anytime, anywhere. The app also provides additional features such as reminders for taking your medicines and convenient categories to ensure that your records are always right at the tip of your fingertips. But that's enough of me talking. Why don't we let the app do the talking? Now, this is our app Medrive. As you can see, we've just entered the app, so let's log in. So I will log in with my account. And we're in finally. So as you can see, we've designed a very minimalist yet efficient user interface to ensure every option and every function is right at your fingertips. As you can see, we can choose to scan a record, create a medicine reminder, or view our past records. So why don't we start by scanning a new record? First, we can decide whether we want to take a photo or whether we want to select a photo from our gallery. So let's take our own photo. Okay, I think this picture looks good, so let's go ahead with it. Now we can add a name to our file. So we will name this our test file. We know that it's being uploaded today, the 28th of August. And we know that this is a prescription. So I will select that as the category. You also have additional information that you can choose to enter. For example, the hospital name, the name of the doctor who's issued this file, and even the cost in case of a bill. So I will just enter a test hospital, and I will enter a random Dr. Mohan, and we will upload this record. And voila, it's complete. Now, if you want to access this record again, all we have to do is click on My Records. And there you go. The first file is our test file. And there we can see it. If I want, I could also select prescription on the top bar, and I could find the exact same file that I've just uploaded. Next, why don't we create a new medicine reminder? As you can see, there is already one for Crocin, but I take paracetamol every day at 5 o'clock. So let's create a reminder for that. So we will add a name for our course. I will add a time of 5 o'clock. And I will add a comment saying, don't forget to take your medicine. And there you go. The reminder has been saved. And now every day at 5 o'clock, I will get a reminder reminding me to take my medicines. I can also choose to search for my files if I want to access them quickly. And there you go. It comes. Finally, if you ever want to get in touch with us for any bugs or issues or feedback, you can always click on the profile section so that you can reach out to us on WhatsApp or email or any of our social media handles. And here you can log out as well. And that is the app for you. A solution like this becomes even more necessary in times like today, during the COVID-19 pandemic, where everything has gone online, everything from consulting our doctors to ordering our medicines. This pandemic has changed our mindset towards our health, making us more conscious and aware about it and understanding the importance of storing our medical information properly.
Medrive would be accessible to people from all walks of life. Within our user base, we would be able to greatly benefit patients with chronic diseases, the elderly in old age homes, corporates, and even schools. These institutions are dealing with medical records of employees, students, and individuals on a massive scale. Bringing in a solution like Medrive would truly revolutionize this space.
Okay, now I have a question for you, Siddharth. When do you think the first electronic medical records were created?
First medical record. I'm not too sure. कंप्यूटर जी मैं ऑडियंस पोल लेना चाहूंगा.
Audience, you can find the link in your chat box and a QR code will appear on the screen shortly. Do we have a polling result?
Yeah, so getting in. Let's wait for a few minutes.
All right, let's take a look at the results. Now, Siddharth, would you like to go with the audience? The audience think that 30% of the audience thinks that electronic medical records first came in the 2010s, which seems to be the popular vote.
I think I'll go. Oh, the audience has changed. I think I'll go with 2010 then.
All right then. Computer जी 2010 का lock कर दिया जाए. Unfortunately, Siddharth, this is the wrong answer. Isn't it insane that electronic medical records were introduced way back in the 1970s? That's almost 50 years now, and we still don't have access to them in India. India is the fastest growing trillion-dollar economy in the world, and it has been for over a decade. Since 2020, India and the world have become more reliant on the internet than ever. Now that we know that the earliest EMR dates back to the 1970s, it's time that India catches up. We have revolutionary technology in all other domains, but healthcare is still lacking. Medrive aims to bridge this gap. Now we will be looking at our vision. What does Medrive want to do? With our first phase complete, we're working on developing an iOS counterpart for all our Apple users, and we can't wait to share it with you. Our next step will be to continue looking to the future and implementing modern technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence, and optical calibration to scan your records and make the record storage processor easier for you. By collecting data, we aim to streamline and automate the process even further, allowing us to give you a better experience. In line with the current COVID 19 pandemic, we also aim on incorporating a personalized COVID 19 dashboard where users can stay updated with the latest COVID 19 guidelines applicable to them, statistics, vaccination centers, helplines, and so much more. Now you'll never be confused whether is there a curfew or not. With personalized information being presented in a simple and easy to understand manner, you can be sure to make the most out of your dashboard. Additionally, we also plan on partnering with vendors to deliver medicines and create a simple timeline so users can keep track of and replenish their medical supplies automatically. With more features like these, we hope to create an ecosystem surrounding the storage of medical records, medicines, and even more critically, the interaction between patients and doctors. We aim to create a centralized database of the patient's records and be the one stop shop for all your health related needs. Currently, we have an older version on the app on the Play Store, and the latest version that we saw today is queued for review and scheduled to release. you can head over to the link in the chat to download our app or search for Medrive on the Google Play Store. For all our iOS users out there, we're working on providing you the same experience, so you can join the Medrive family very soon.
The walkthrough that you've seen today is the result of countless reiterations, pivots, and improvements that we have reached through market research, discussion with experts, and pitching our ideas at various national and international competitions. We used these as opportunities to receive constructive criticism about our concept. Each presentation taught us something new and guided us towards perfecting our business pitch, winning 2 national level competitions, and molding the app that we have presented for you today. And we're not here to tell you that we worked with an efficiency like no other, or that we ran each meeting smoothly, or anything of that sort. In fact, most of our meetings lasted several hours and even over 1 a.m. on school nights, much to the dismay of our parents. We argued and quarreled just as much as you would imagine 3 16-year-old boys would do if they tried to get working together on a project. However, this experience in turn has built our sense of camaraderie, our ability to manage time, and make tough decisions about when to prioritize students or co-curriculars or Medrive itself.
One thing that we realized through this entire journey was that every single step was a learning process. Through the experience of building and planning all the different aspects of Medrive, we've learned so much more than just entrepreneurship. We've learned how to collaborate and create partnerships within ourselves and with the others around us. We've realized that consistency in whatever you do will reap results no matter what. We've learned to change our perspective of our environment and the world, and not to look at the world with one as problems, but one with opportunities. And this is only the first rung in this ladder of our journey. We would now love the audience to provide us feedback, any suggestions, and questions that you have.
I mean, Siddharth, that surely brings back quite a lot of memories listening to you speak.
Anyone from the audience, if you have any questions, feedback, suggestions,
you can feel free to unmute and speak to us, or if you want, you could send it through the chat option that should be there at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, this is Sunita.
Good evening.
Hearty congratulations, Ayush, Neelmani, and Siddharth. I think it's a wonderful, I do not know what to call it, entrepreneurial venture. And I'm feeling very disheartened that you're not in my class as entrepreneurship students. That would have given a run for, I think, money for so many of my entrepreneurial students. That apart, I think it's a wonderful venture. Let me put it in the entrepreneurial language. Given the current ecosystem, a startup like this, I think, would go miles to capture or become a unicorn in the near future, and also go on to maybe have its own IPO in the next probably 6 months or so.
Thank you so much.
Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Ram.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is Rohit here. I think this is wonderful. I had a quick question.
Sure.
The initial part of it. Do you have a mechanism where you can connect it with the storage of medical records for everybody, depending on whichever hospitals and clinics they go to, and have a cloud storage where I can have all my documents set up?
So exactly. So what we've seen is that there are many apps that are working for the doctor side of this, but no one's working on the patient side of this. So now that we're starting off with the patient side, our vision aims on, making this a huge ecosystem wherein this is a streamless process wherein I have my records on Medrive. I go to my hospital and the doctor can type in my name and he will have access to my medical records. So the entire doctor visit process would be streamlined through Medrive. Though we're small right now, we plan on incorporating this as we grow big.
Great. That sounds really good. And, in the same light, it will be great to partner with some of the existing organizations that are trying to do that. So, any of these things with a great partnership can result in a more like a network effect. So you can get a lot of people come in and the ecosystem can grow much faster. So this is a wonderful step to actually go partner with everybody. Excellent work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Adarsh here. First of all, congratulations, great job. Love the demo, and I think it's got great potential going forward. My only question is simply based on your vision slide. When is the iOS version coming out? I can't wait to try it, and I'm an iPhone user, so I can't try the Android version.
It's a great question. So we're actually in the process of developing the iOS app. Unfortunately for you, I cannot give
A
a
timeline.
fixed date and a time.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but what we could do is we could get in touch with you and probably remind you, notify you as and when the app is ready and launched on the
Sure.
Apple App Store.
Sure. That will be great. Thanks.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Yeah, Adarsh, we're definitely going to be working on this because we're iOS users as well. So,
Great.
not all of us, some of us.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I understand that you would be Android first, as typically would be the case in India. But
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, please get that iOS out there.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? Any other questions?
All right, then we'll be waiting for another 3 minutes and concluding by 7:30 if there are no further questions. Thank
Not
you very
any and if you don't even have any questions, any feedback for the app, any things we could add or improve to the app, something that you feel you face a problem as a common user, and something that we could solve through our app. Hearing those suggestions would be great. I think we do have dark mode, but that's on the one on the update that's coming up. That's actually under review by Google right now. So on the Play Store, we have an older version of the app right now, and as soon as it's reviewed by Google and approved by Google, the update will be on.
So if you see in the chat, I've attached the link to our current early access app that's available. So any Android users can go and download it now. We encourage you to download it so that you can keep track with our updates and be in the loop when the final app is prepared and ready to roll out. But yeah, to answer your question, it's a great question because even we love our dark mode. But yeah, and that is something that we'll be working
on. The highest requested Android features, if I'm not wrong, Ayush.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we're definitely going to be providing that in the near future. So make sure you stay tuned for it.
One more question. So with regard to the application, of course, if I download the application, then I know what the features and the products are. Then how differentiated are you from the apart from the storage that you described in your demo? Other than that, of course, meeting up with doctors, probably like the practos of the kind. In addition, do you have anything that is going to be something offbeat, something different, like say something like a counseling session or something that can be incorporated other than what we see around us? Anything of that sort?
Ma'am, so one feature that in the future will make us stand out is the AI and machine learning that we'll be incorporating.
Okay.
So like many apps right now, if you log on to a NetMeds, you log on to a Practo, everyone has doctor consultation. So so we want to create this very user centric. So now coming back to the AI and machine learning point of mine, once ma'am, say you have uploaded a prescription and say you have a 3-week course of post lunch and post dinner, ma'am. So AI and machine learning in the app will be in such a way that it will track when your medicines will get over, and then it will automatically give you a pop-up as to can the app order the next strip of medicines for you.
Okay. Inventory takes care of your inventory
for you instead of you calling up a pharmacy or you logging on to a NetMeds and ordering your medicine.
Okay, forgive my ignorance, but probably already the application would have been running on some sort of AI or in a robotics or a data analysis that takes care of in some form of IoT or whatever. So doesn't it already incorporate any of these features?
So it, to a certain extent, it does, but it's not to the level where we aspire for it to be. So we aspire it to be at a place where a lot of your day-to-day usage is automated. So even, for example, if you scan a record, we are aspiring to create technology so that it can automatically understand information from your record and be able to automate a part of the process. So, for example, when you're filling out the information, some of it could be auto-filled based on a quick scan of your record. When you're searching for medical records, that data could also be used to help you find those necessary records quicker, and even organize it better. So we have
reducing the cumbersome process to a very large
exactly,
extent.
exactly. Yes.
All right.
And
Great.
in fact, yeah,
A lot of foresight. So excellent. I think, but it's all about, I think today's business is all about technology. I think I was just reading up a couple of things that have been like so much of advancement in terms of even supply chain management today. With COVID disruptions, I think the AI and IoT have immensely helped to, you know, tide over the crisis for a lot of companies, especially in the automobile sector. So I think that's a way forward. I think most of the applications also head in that right direction. So is this combination of a combination of technology? What is the combination that the three of you, how do you, who's the expert in what field? Let me know about it.
Ayush, I think you
so,
can.
yeah. So if I may put it this way, I am in charge of the technology and the app itself and the software. Siddharth is going to be in charge of the finances, and
All the
he's the numbers guy.
Yeah.
And Neil Money is our marketing and sales man. He's going to be the one who's, bringing on more and more.
Promoting
Exactly.
and launching. So the launch of this product is also, the credit should go to Neil Money, I think, with all the fanfare. So you have a deadly combination there, I think. That's I was just listening to someone who said, like, you need to have the right balance with the guys. So I think that's what makes things better. Good. Excellent.
Thank you so much.
That's all. I shouldn't be asking too many questions. And
We appreciate your enthusiasm and excitement.
Oh, I love this. I love this. This is like, something that, really sets my adrenaline running, because it's at this young age, if you're able to bring up such wonderful ideas, I think there's nothing like it.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate all the kind words and all the encouragement and all the support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. Anyway, I'm going to download the app right away.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So bringing in the revenues, the moolah right away. I hope so. Finance guy is happy.
Anybody else? The smallest of suggestions, questions, feedback, anything of that sort.
I think this is it. Let's. I think Ayush, Siddharth, you guys have anything to say?
No, I think just to conclude it all, I think we have a good opportunity at our hands that we can actually materialize to make something very successful and bring about a change in people's lives. Actually, this isn't an app for the sake of being an app. This app is truly coming out there to solve a problem in people's lives, and we hope it makes that impact in our users' life and expand as we grow. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in today. It meant a lot to us. And we have our mail ID in the chat. You can reach out to us at any time for any feedback of sorts, any suggestions, any queries. We would be more than happy to help. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending.
Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we hope to. Yes.
And welcome to the Medrive family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All the best, guys. Thank you.